Yes, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Getting Huge, Jacked and Swole. This is episode 2, and I'm currently on my third week of my deload stroke recovery training program, following my contest prep. This week, things have got off to a really good start. It's the end of the week. things have gone really well. Strength certainly increased, and although I'm not pushing to my absolute limit, you just notice things like even on the warm-up sets, felt a lot easier than say in previous 2 weeks. And the heavier sets, they were smooth, even on the big compound lifts such as the deadlifts, military press, incline dumbbell press, all of that. It felt really good. I didn't feel fragile, and I've actually really enjoyed training this week. I have trained from Monday to Friday, which I would never normally do. I've done in the past, but I know better than that. And one reason why I wouldn't train like 5 days in a row is because usually by the 4th or 5th day you start to feel a little bit burnt out, a little bit tired. The mentality going into the sessions ain't quite the same, the energy isn't quite there, and the performance usually dips a little bit. So in order to keep performance high, I like to break up the sessions throughout the week. So I may train say 2 or 3 days in a row, have a day off, and then train another 2 or 3 days in a row. But this week, because like I said, the intensity isn't at its max, it's allowed me to be able to do that and to a good standard. Although on the Friday, that was my arm day, and that was the 5th session, and I did feel a little bit tired going into that session. I wasn't super hyped for it. I'm never really super hyped for arms anyway. It was a bit of a slow starter, and then I got into it, and then it was pretty good. But like I say, at the moment, performance does not need to be 100%, because I'm not looking to push anything crazy. It's still just kind of ticking over until until I'm onto my proper program. So next week, I'm not certain how my training split's going to go. Just going to kind of play it by ear, allow some flexibility. But as soon as I'm onto my proper off-season training program, that's when things are going to be much more regimented. Eating wise, this week, I've been a little bit busier with clients and stuff, and so my eating's been more sporadic than usual. Just having the meal when I can rather than when it's usually planned. So it's been a little bit harder, and I found that in the evenings I've been trying to play catch up on the meals, which isn't the best thing, but I've got it done and got all the calories in. Also, the thing is that like my food prep this week has been a bit shocking, in all honesty. Not really prepped anything. I've just been cooking my meals as and when. So when I need to eat, I can't just quickly grab it and eat it type of thing. So I've not really helped myself. Now, talk about nutrition. I increased the calories this week, so I was up to 5,400. Like that says like my base calories. And the missus has been cooking me some extra food and stuff, which has been greatly appreciated and been very, very tasty. Much better than my cooking anyway. And been having a little bit of snacks, but nothing crazy. Usually the extra food doesn't really come from the snacks, it's more from say extra cereal, because I love crunching up, or maybe some more bagels and stuff, things like that. But one thing which I have noticed this week is not just my happiness, but I've been willing to socialise with people, and I've not been willing to do this for like the past couple of weeks, and like post competition, and then like the back end of my competition, I just didn't really want to chat to anyone at all. So yeah, it's been good, talking to people, having a laugh, getting, having a bit of banter and that, and feeling normal again. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with that. It's good to socialise, but I am happy just sitting on my own and doing my own thing. But it's good to have the option. It's good to have the option, not just trying to avoid everyone and just cracking on with life. So yeah, that's been one positive of this week. Now, I'm not going to chat too much. I'm just going to quickly run over this weekend, because it is the UKDFBA British Finals, which I am qualified to do. I've had a few messages from people asking me if I'm doing it, but obviously they've not been following my vlogs. They've not been following my Instagram properly, because see, look at these cheeks. A lot of cheeks there. Yeah, I'm too fat to be jumping on stage just now. This week the weight's been hovering around 224 pounds, so yeah, it's certainly starting to stabilize a bit better, and which I'm happy for, really. You know, I don't really want big spikes every day. Got to this point now, and I'm just gonna, you know, keep pushing the food and that, but just gradually increase the weight over time. You know, because even a pound a week, something like that, over 10 weeks, that's £10. That's another £10. That'll make me 234, and so on. I've got a hell of a load of weeks to play with as well. I think about 60, 70 before I start prepping for my show. So yeah, you know, imagine. Exciting times. But yeah, I'm not going to chat too much. Just want to keep this one short and sweet, and I'm going to skip over to my training. I think it was a chest session which I recorded. I actually recorded a back session as well, but I believe I did that in my last vlog, so I've done a chest session, and we'll do my usual voiceover, talk over, speak over, whatever you call it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Alright guys, I went through my footage for this chest session, and I've not got an awful lot, in all honesty. So I'll just show you the bits what I've got and try and fill in the blanks. Now, before this incline dumbbell press, I actually started off with the single arm cable fly. I did a bit of a chest isolation, like activation exercise. Quite high reps, but in all honesty, I couldn't really get the mind muscle connection. I've done it 2 weeks in a row. I may try for a third week and see how it goes from there, but if I still can't get it, I'll probably swap it out for something else. Now, as you can see, I worked up to the 50s on this. You know, it felt pretty smooth, a little bit of a wobble on the last rep, but I did 2 sets of 8 and felt pretty decent, and I was pretty happy with the strength. Yeah, so good pressing, and still had a bit left in the tank. Now from there, moved on to the seated fly machine. You know, I worked up to like the max weight, which is about 85, done 12 reps, but in all honesty, it's not super heavy for me. I tried to keep it as controlled as possible and really squeeze the chest, especially on the contraction, and just feel a nice big stretch as well. You know, it was a decent, it's a decent machine if you can get the positioning right. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, but today, well, in that session I should say, it felt really good. And like the theme throughout this chest session was it was isolation, press, isolation, press, isolation, press. And I find doing that, it allows you to work the chest a little bit harder, and it doesn't allow your triceps to fatigue too easily. Like, because usually what happens when you follow a press with another press is that your arms can get a little bit tired, especially on like the bench press and stuff, where it's a little bit harder to actually contract the chest. It's a bit better on like dumbbells, especially, I should say. But yeah, went on to the decline press, worked up to 120 and got 8 reps out on that. And yeah, so like I say, the strength's going up, because last week I think the 100 felt quite difficult, and this felt pretty decent. So yeah, a little bit of a stutter again on the last rep, but yeah, we made it, and it was a good session. So folks, that's all I've got from the chest session. But yeah, like I said, it was started off with a single arm cable fly, then the incline dumbbell press, seated fly machine, decline bench. We went to do the crossover machine, which is something which I don't really use often. I may feature it in a video later on, but it does feel pretty good. It's a bit weird, but it does feel good. It does feel good once you get it right. And then I finished off with the ISO chest press machine. Maxed it out. It's pretty light, but just got quite a few reps in on that, and then got some blood pumped into the chest to finish it off. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed my vlog, and hope you subscribe, comment, and you know, like and share even. Do something, I don't know, but yeah, no, I really appreciate the support. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned.